2021 has been a pretty decent year for Roblox anime games. A lot of decent games have dropped. The only issue is none of them are alive. Plenty of games have dropped this year. We're talking Heroes Ultimatum, Demon Fall, Zenkai Origins, True Peace, the list goes on and on and on. Where are all those games right now? Either dead or dying. Actually, I can't say that about Demon Fall. Somehow Demon Fall still pulls a consistent like 3 to 5k players on the daily. But you guys get the gist. 2021 has been a year of many games, many potential games dropping, but none of them being alive. Now, out of all the games I just listed, I wasn't confident that none of them would stay alive. The only games I can say that I'm confident actually have a good chance are 3 different games. Anime Legends. I found out about this game from Revolver Eggs. It's like Kage. This game has massive potential. Now, if the devs don't flop, this game could do very good numbers. I'm really excited for it. Emblem Tales. Emblem Tales is another solid game. Now, this one's a bit more niche. Just like Anime Legends, these both share that kind of MMO style of gameplay, so they will have a more niche community, but I am very confident that these two will actually have a consistent at least 5 to 10k players. Last one, and this is the game that this video is actually on, Deepwoken, boys. You guys have probably heard so many YouTubers hype this up. It's like Kage, Revolver Eggs, Infernasu, Nano Prodigy. The list just goes on and on. I have heard so many YouTubers hyping this game up, and I see why. Just look at the gameplay, boys. The combat is among some of the best combat I've seen in a Roblox anime game. Well, actually, this isn't a Roblox anime game, but it's a Roblox game. This is easily on or above GPO's level of combat, which is definitely a good feat. Races, unique stuff to it. Like, it's actually insane. You have the ability to choose your own magic abilities. Sailing based exploration where you're on the seas going island to island, which is actually very reminiscent of One Piece. I really do like that because I do like One Piece. Obviously, Grand Peace Online, my main game. This game is just shaping up to be a really good game. And from what I've heard from Ragusa, which is the developer of this game, also the creator of Rogue Lineage, a really popular game that's been around for a while, he said that this game would drop at the end of fall or near the end of fall. Now, the end of fall is like December 21st, it's December 22nd. So that means this game is actually going to be dropping soon, as we're nearing December right now. Imagine we got it on Christmas. That would be honestly a good present. I'm really hyped for this game. Man, like, I try to do my best not to overhype games, and I feel like, us as YouTubers, it's really hard to do that when you're excited about a game. It's really hard to not hype up a game when you're excited about it. But there's just so many things that they're doing right for this game. They've been in development for 2 years. They've already confirmed that there will not be private servers, which I'm happy and I'm a little confused about that. Now, there's one thing I'm concerned about: exploiters that'll ruin the public server experience. However, think back to Grand Peace Online Update 0 Day 1 experience. People fighting at Shell's Town, waging wars against each other. Everyone's just bare bones, no one's got fruits, everyone's just on the same level, and it was just honestly a vibe. Like, day 1 GPO, update 0, update 1 GPO was crazy. That's what we're gonna get out of Deepwoken. Those same type of vibes. Clan wars, no one having anything, everyone just trying to figure things out and just have fun with it. I'm really hyped for this game if you guys couldn't tell. Anyways, if you guys are new to the channel, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button, as well as that bell notification. We are on the road to 60k subs, so I'd appreciate it if you guys were along the journey for me. And let's get right into the video, boys. Alright, first things first, I just want to say that this is not my background footage going on right now. I did ask Infernasu for permission to use it, so thank you, Infernasu, and credit to him. Go subscribe to him as well in the comments below. But I just want to get this out the way. If you guys know nothing about Deepwoken or Rogue Lineage, similar to me, I never got on the Rogue Lineage wave, never got a chance to play it or anything like that. So I'm kind of going into Deepwoken a little blind without any previous Rogue Lineage experience. This will be an MMO type of experience game, so this is kind of a niche that I know a lot of people won't really be as interested in, which is okay. This isn't for everybody. This type of genre isn't for everybody. But in case you guys are interested, I will link the Trello down in the description below, as well as the 2 Google documents of information on the game. These are actually very helpful to give you an idea of what type of game this is, what will be included and stuff like that. But man, this game is crazy. If you guys go to the trailer right now, though, you guys can see there are multiple different races in the game. I think there's like 10 different races going through them right now. We have Adret, Canor, Celtor, Etrian, Lightborn, Vesperian, Gremor, Khan, Ganymede, I don't know how to pronounce that one, and Felinor. So you do got a good amount of race choices, which is very interesting to see. You always like to see more customization in games. Really do like the GUI of this game, though. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like, the UI of this game is very simple, kind of similar to Rogue. Actually, very similar to Rogue. But I do like that. I do like the simplistic visuals of this game. Like as far as visuals go, I would say this is like on the same level as Grand Peace Online, which you do like to see. They've spent like 2 years working on this game, so to see all their hard work and such is like very nice. Like just seeing it all put together right now, man. As for weapons, it does seem like they're trying to go a similar route to Rogue Lineage type of weapons. Rogue Lineage had like kind of classic standard type of weapons like swords, spears, and stuff like that. Although it does seem like Deepwoken will be adding a little bit more unique weapons to the game as well, which is nice. You like to see that. One of the coolest features that I think that they're adding to the game that I like the most is the fact that you can like choose and customize your own spells and abilities, which is a very nice touch. Like, imagine if Grand Peace Online, even though you know it's One Piece based, imagine if you had the ability to choose and pick your own spells. It creates more diversity, because look at the state of Grand Peace Online PvP right now. People feel like they're forced to pick meta just to win or do good in the game, because everything is so one-sided with Grand Peace Online. And the Rogue Lineage developers, specifically Ragusa, in the Google document specifically stated that they want to make it to where you don't feel like you have to use cheese to be good at the game. And so they're trying their best to balance things out. And by making it, you have the ability to choose spells and stuff like that, you're gonna have really unique and crazy builds. And most likely, most people won't have the same or similar builds because of how unique and diverse it will be. This is something you really like to see in PvP based games. It gets really dry and boring when you go in arena or Coliseum or whatever it is the game mode has, and you just see people using the same thing as you, or you see people recycling the same type of stuff. It just gets boring and bland, and I think what they're doing is great. It'll keep the game fresh, it'll keep the game unique, because every time you'll run into arena, you'll see a new type of build, a new type of ability, and it's nice. That's one feature that I really do appreciate, that the devs are actually taking the time to make that experience great for us. All right, so revisiting that Google Docs I was telling you guys earlier, which I will link this in the description. I'm basically just gonna be going over the Google Doc and showing you guys just how helpful this is. So obviously we got an introduction and then the Deepwoken development timeline. But what we really want to see is these frequently asked questions tab. So earlier I said I was worried about potentially exploiters ruining public server experience, but because the game will be paid access and cost 400 Robux, I don't think we'll have to worry about that as much. More times than not, the exploiters only really go after free access games. That's just how it typically goes. And you guys can see, just scrolling through here, the Google Docs, you guys can see kind of what they got going. They will have character slots. You will be able to have multiple slots on, like games like GPO, we can only have one slot. You won't have to buy the game again just to have another slot. Most likely you will have to buy a Game Pass slot. So that does suck a little bit, but they gotta make the money somehow. This game, you know what I'm saying? You can't knock the grind. You can't knock the grind, please. But this right here is really the most important part that I feel like, or not the most important part, the part that I love most: spell/skill creation. How does it work in Deepwoken? So it says right here, the spell creation system is unique and requires you to interact with the world in order to make the moves you want. You will not be making skills/spells from a menu. So this is very unique. You can make and create your own skills based on interacting with the world, and that is just insane. Most likely you'll have to go through some challenges or some trials or do something to get certain skills, and I like that. The Deepwoken is going to be a game that is not a hand-holding game, and it's not going to be for everyone, because it's going to be difficult. It's actually going to be like a hard game, and I know some people will not like that. So some other interesting things in here, you guys can see they added how islands not lag in Deepwoken. They said they're using Roblox's streaming system that loads in the map gradually over time in order to allow for a much larger map with little lags possible. I think this is very interesting, as some people do not have as good internet or as good of a laptop, and it'll make this easier for some people. Another thing that's interesting, will bad things happen at sea? Yes. Most likely, I'm assuming sea beasts or sea kings or some sort of monster, maybe not the One Piece route, but other type of monsters, just anything really, because at sea, anything can happen, and many type of sea monsters. A lot of people will like this next one too. Am I locked into PvE/PvP? No, both options are viable and encouraged. Killing players at and above your level will reward you, but you won't get much in the way of rewards from weaker players, which I do like, so that won't really promote ganking low players as much. And I do like that. That'll make this a little more beginner friendly. But just scrolling through the rest of the Google Docs, because I could really spend all day talking about this, but you guys can see how, how helpful this is, as I was talking about in the beginning, just how helpful the Google Docs is. Hopefully this does help you out. Again, I will link it in the description below. The last thing I want to say on the Google Docs, game will be released fall 2021. This game's releasing next month, boys, 100%. Man, all else I can really say about this game is it's got me pumped like no other. Like, I've been excited for games before, but not like Deepwoken, man. Every game that's been coming out in 2021, I've been excited for, but I haven't had hope for. I've never thought a game on 2021 so far would live, other than maybe Zenkai Origins. But I guess the last things I could talk about the game is the progression system. You guys did see in the doc earlier that the progression will be a mix between short-term progression and long-term progression, and so that'll be very interesting to see how that works. I think the progression will be similar to probably Rogue Lineage, but I don't know if they'll make it like a roguelike where if you die you lose your progression. Not too sure. I think they probably will go a different route for as far as progression goes, but it's also interesting to know that they will have events and stuff like that, and stuff that happens out in seas. That's one thing I'm really excited to see what that'll happen, because obviously me being a One Piece fan, stuff going on at sea is like home to me. I can never sail safely in Grand Peace Online without running into a Kraken or a sea beast. So that'll be an interesting dynamic to have in Deepwoken, and I want to see what take they'll have on that. And co-op will be another interesting thing. Again, in the documents, the game will be cooperative. He said it'll be more cooperative than Rogue Lineage was, and pretty much you'll be able to play with your friends, and you'll be able to do stuff with your friends and stuff like that. But one thing that I know a lot of players will be mad at, there will be no safe mode in the game. You'll always be in danger in this game, and that's something you're gonna have to get used to. But I really like that, because it makes the game intense at all moments. You never know when someone's gonna come up to you and just straight up gank you, and you never know when you're gonna be in danger. And this will really promote crews. This right here will promote crews a lot, because in games like Grand Peace Online, crews are pretty much useless. If someone's ganking you, you could just go in safe mode, or you just leave, go in a different server, and then bam, you're done. Or go in a private server. There will be no private servers in this game. And so this will promote crews, this will promote teaming, this will promote just wars, which makes the game more fun overall. I know a lot of people will disagree with that, and it will get annoying getting ganked sometimes, but that's when you get your friends, your homies on, and you get to fighting, bro. You get to fighting. And I think that's gonna make an interesting dynamic to this. All the things that make this thing a good game, the combat, the uniqueness, all the different races, being able to create your own skills, the wars, the PvP conflicts, like it just, this game has just got me pumped. This game has just got me like really pumped, like being able to progress with your friends. I'm hyped. And one thing that I really do appreciate above everything else is the fact that they're working towards having no one-shot combos or no infinite combos. That's one thing that they're really working on, keeping everything balanced. And so PvP will feel nice. You won't feel like if you get hit once, you're about to die. Looking at you, GPO. GPO needs to work on that. There's a lot of too much cheese in GPO. And that's one thing I really do like about this game. I said that earlier. They're trying to make everything balanced so you feel like you won't have to cheese and use dumb combos just to be good. A lot of things should be balanced and viable in this game. Not to say there won't be anything better than the other, elements better than the other, or magic abilities better than the other, but from what it seems like the direction that they're going, it seems like they want everything to be balanced, which I do agree with. Now, I don't really have much else I can say with the game. I don't have testers, so I'm limited with my resources and the content I can show and everything like that. But let me know what you guys think of this game down below in the comments, and if you guys would be interested to see this type of content when the game drops. I know dang sure that when the game drops, I will be on top of the content for Deepwoken, boys. I've never been this excited for a game before. And even though I've never done a video up until now, ever since I saw Revolver Ag's first Deepwoken video, it has been in the back of my head ever since. Hopefully y'all boys do enjoy this video. Let me know down in the comments below again what you guys think of the game. Do you guys think it'll be good? Do you guys think it'll just die in a week? Let me know. We should discuss this in the comments below. Anyways, it's been your boy Clouds, and I will see you guys in the next one, boys. Peace.